there is where you use uh, uh, ampersand. There is where you use a plus sign, and where you use some other styles. Today we are going to use what we call a plus sign. So onto onto your document, you might as well go and let's go and try to look at we can as well enter data into our document briefly. Onto the start menu, you can as well go to your start button. You can go to your start button, or briefly you can go to the menu, or to the menu bar. Then if you have finished opening it, but on the start you can go to the window button, then you click on this button on the keyboard, or onto your, you can click straight onto the taskbar, onto the window button. Then it will prompt or it will pop up programs. Then here in window 8 you can just go and search Excel or Microsoft Excel. We believe by the time you start Excel you have finished Microsoft Word, which is the starting point because it's under the same suite of Microsoft Office. So in here you can start. When you open, your application will look like this. I've just added this color to mark columns and rows. These are rows. You have to understand them well, because that's the way we shall be reading our figures. Now we can enter some data here. Let's say milk, water, sodas, juice. Now let's look at days. Maybe Monday, Tuesday. We have to first enter data. So if we have briefly something of this nature, we can bold it and increase the size. I can bold, then you increase the size. Well, let's try to look at each day briefly. Milk 4, 2, hopefully that will be 9. Let's say this was 11, this was 20. Here we had 10, here 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So if we have this as our data, we have already finished entering data. We can increase the size so that we can view it. So if we have this as our information that we have entered in the several boxes, it means, okay, the last one should not be there. So let's continue to see what we are trying to have here. We are going to do addition part 2, or another way of adding. So the formula will be equal sum, open brackets, include 1, then shift 2, shift plus sign, control, or shift close the bracket, then press enter. You will see that our first line here, the answer will be 9. If I put just 9 here, when we look into our formula bar, there is no any formula, so we can include the formula still equals sum, open brackets, shift plus, shift plus, shift, close the brackets. Here we are closing the bracket, then press enter. So we can continue have this equal sum, the same method or the same formula, open brackets, shift plus, shift plus, shift, close the brackets, enter, equal sum, equal sum, open brackets, equal sum, open brackets, shift plus, shift plus, shift plus, oh no, close the brackets and press enter. Same applies to the last one. So in here we can evident it that it has reached where we want. We have finalized. So these are our total. This is our total. You can bold it and increase the size as well. Here you can. So definitely these are our totals. You can include them into your document. So briefly, we have looked at another way of using addition while using another sign, because in the first session we had ways of doing that addition by using hyphen or by dragging. It was the formula that we used. We were just dragging. So if you are done, you close the bracket, shift close the bracket, then press enter. So briefly, when you look into this, it means we have used another formula, basically not the one of dragging. When you just drag, it creates the total. When you just drag, like dragging from here like this, you will get the total upon putting equal sum. But in here we are looking at another method of doing what we can call addition. So we have different ways of killing a rat. So we have definitely seen how we can create that piece of addition using a plus sign on your keyboard. Briefly, that is it. Thank you.